So I'm a married lady, thank you. I know, it's hard to believe that, yeah. Wow, a lot of you do believe in me. A lot didn't, so. It's hard to believe all this got snatched up. Nope, I'm a married lady, it's pretty great. Let me just say, romance is different once you get married. Yeah. After a while, you're like, oh, Valentine's Day's rolling around. You tell your husband, like, let's just stay in. Order a pizza. Your husband helps you clean out a couple of closets. Suddenly, you've never found him more attractive. And bam, 9 months later, you're parents. Yeah. That is my daughter's origin story, guys. I absolutely love being married, but every once in a while I think to myself, like, oh, remember when I was single? And then I slap myself in the face and think, oh, remember when I was single? The last time I went out before I met my husband, the only guy that talked to me was wearing a cape. A few minutes into the conversation, I was like, well, maybe the cape's not so bad. Till I remembered I've seen The Phantom of the Opera, and this does not end well. Marriage is weird. It didn't really change me, it definitely aged me. My husband and I, we're like 35 years from retirement, but we're already there in our hearts and our minds. Did you guys see what I did there? Your hearts and your minds. I'm losing it. No, now it's like if my husband and I go out and he has to circle the block for parking, he's like, they don't want us here. They clearly don't want us here, and the sun's gonna go down. What are we doing? And I'm no better. I'm like, hey, babe, are we going anywhere fancy for dinner? Because I'm thinking about just wearing this sweatshirt so I don't have to put a bra on.
People got some weird beliefs. I love conspiracy theorists. We got any conspiracy theorists here? You're too excited. You don't know where I'm going with this joke. Why not? We got any flat earthers here? I always thought, I gotta ask, because a lot of the times I hang out in the back of the room and I can't always see them over the curvature of the planet. And you don't want to dig yourself in too deep a hole with a flat earther. You don't want to do it, because, you know, whoop, out the bottom. Like, it's not good. I think you gotta ask yourself with any conspiracy, you gotta ask yourself, who's making money, right? That's how you know if you got some juice to it. Who's making money on the earth secretly being flat? Landscapers? Like that? It's the best I can come up with. Can you believe I charged $1,000 for leveling? Like, that's the best I got. And I had a flat earther friend. He came out to me as a flat earther. I was like, can't you just be gay? That'd be a lot easier for me to deal with. I'm a progressive guy, but I don't really think flat earthers should be able to get married or have kids. I feel like that would honestly cure some societal ills, you know, get rid of some dummies. I was like, dude, what would it take for me to convince you the Earth is indeed a sphere, besides thousands of years of math and science? Because I guess that didn't do it for you. And he was like, well, I've just been lied to my whole life. I'd have to see it with my own two eyes. And I was like, that's doable. So you're telling me if we took you up into space and you saw the Earth, then you'd believe it was round? He's like, no. Why not? Well, they got curved glass on those space helmets. And it refracts the light, makes it look round so you see what they want you to see. Who's they? The landscapers? Like... Also, where do you get off using refracts? That's a science word. Those are our words. You don't get to use our words. Refracts, please. I was like, so what are you telling me, man? That the only way for you to believe the Earth is round is to go into space and take your helmet off so you see it with your own two eyes? And he thought, he's like, yeah, that would do it. Some problems solve themselves, guys. I don't know. Maybe I was stressing for no reason. I can't think of anything more poetic. That's fantastic. A flat earther goes into space, takes the helmet off, sees that he was indeed wrong, and that we have a wonderful blue marble. The beauty of it makes him cry a small tear, which crystallizes and floats into the void. His blood would start boiling, which is common when conspiracy theorists are proven wrong. And then explosive decompression, right? That's the best. That means he saw the Earth was round, and it literally blew his mind.
My friend told me I should get one of those compression shirts. They work like a girdle for guys, kind of hold everything in place. So I went and got one. It's white. You guys, it makes me look like a sleeve of powdered donuts. Just a series of white lumps stacked upon each other. Of course, my kids were super supportive when they saw me wearing it. It's like, ooh, cool shirt, Dad. This is my son. Makes you look like that famous guy I keep seeing on TV. What's his name again? Oh, yeah, the Michelin Man. My other son goes, hey, everybody, come check it out. Frosty kept his promise. He did come back again someday. Finally, my daughter stepped in. She's like, you guys just knock it off and show Dad some respect. He's nice, he's helpful, and he makes people feel good. So he's obviously Baymax from Big Hero 6. I do love my kids, like I said. Sometimes they ask me the dumbest questions, though. Like, hey, Dad, who's your favorite kid? What are you supposed to say to that, right? I always tell them the same thing. I don't have a favorite. I love you all the same. But they know that's a load of garbage. So I've decided to use that as kind of like a motivational tool. So now every Sunday night, I post a weekly ranking. Yeah. Just like the USA Today coaches poll. And I'm actually getting some really awesome results, I gotta tell you. Like the other day, my daughter came and brought me a sandwich. And I was like, wow, sweetheart, that looks great. But you do know your brothers are outside doing yard work right now, right? I mean, could have at least like cut the crust off the bread or thrown some chips on the plate. You know, try and run the score up a little bit. And she rolled her eyes at me, which, you guys, if your daughter rolling their eyes at you means I love you, my daughter thinks I'm an awesome dad. But she goes, Dad, just look between the bread. And so I did. And there was a $20 bill in there. And she goes, I guess I'm your new number one. And kind of did this robot moonwalk out of the room. Then I started thinking about it. I was like, wait a second, where does she get a $20 bill from? So I checked my wallet. Sure enough, I was missing a $20 bill. She had just bribed me with my own money. It actually made me really proud as a dad, though, to know my little girl's gonna grow up and have an amazing career in politics.
Learned a lot about women just from reading bios on dating apps, you know? Some of us read them. Yeah. I like to see what you're saying about yourselves. You know, it's very interesting. In my research, I've noticed a lot of repeat lines and like shared phrases that a lot of women like to use. There's one I would see all the time from women. They like to go, well, I'm shy at first, but when you get to know me, I'm a lot to handle. I'm like, well, where's the good part then? So it's boring and then you're a problem in public? Like, where does it... Saw this one floating around too for a while. A lot of women like to go, I'm not like other girls. And then they just say the same thing every girl's saying, you know? They're like, I'm not like other girls. I'm very spiritual. I want to meet a girl who's really not like other girls, you know? Like, I'm not like other girls. I'm pretty racist. Like, whoa, what? What was that? That's crazy. You're different. Yeah, I'll give you that. I don't know, man. I thought I'd know more about women. I thought I'd have a leg up because I was raised by a single mom, obviously. So, like, I didn't have... It's the real part. That one's real. But I didn't have my dad around to teach me those lessons, you know? I had to learn how to be a man from a series of my mom's boyfriends. That's how broken families do exist, Provo. I hate to break it to you, but we're out there. Someone's got to make your coffee, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, privileged. Oh my God. You could probably play catch whenever you want, huh? Yeah, nice. Must be nice. But each boyfriend taught me, like, the important lessons, the ones that I still remember, you know? Like, Gary was the one who taught me how to ride a bike, you know? Wes taught me how to tie a tie. Grant taught me how to change a tire, right? But the one common lesson that they all collectively taught me is that my mom, out of her mind, dude. She is, yeah, apparently the problem every time, you know? Yeah, they all said she was shy at first. And,